Hi guys, so today I want to talk about a sugar alcohol called erythritol. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol, but it's not an alcohol. None of the sugar alcohols, as far as I know, are alcohol have any alcohol in them. But there are lots and lots of various sugar alcohols out there. But I use erythritol, and as part of my lifestyle, because that one, based on my research on all the sugar alcohols, that one seems to offer what I'm looking for in my diet. What I'm looking for in my diet is to be able to enjoy some sweet without without the effects of, like, if I was to do like sugar. Uh, Erythritol is zero on the glycemic index. It's a diuretic as well, so be careful with it if you all decide to go with erythritol. I tend to use it as a sweetener for my teas. I drink a lot of peppermint tea, so I will add some of that if I want it sweet. For the past month or two, I haven't really been drinking my tea with any sweetener at all. Um, but I know it's there, and I bought a 25-pound bag of the stuff. It's like was like $160. To me, that's not cheap compared to regular sugar, but I bought it because at the time, a few months, it's like 3 or 4 months ago, like in December. It's March now, the end of March. I was still into cakes and cookies and stuff, so it was like future planning to accommodate some of that possible cravings if it ever came up again. Um, but so far, I've been pretty good. When I eat, I mean, I don't shy away from sweets, obviously, but I don't eat it every day. Like I say, if I go to a meeting and it's there, I'll have two cookies max if they have cookies. If they have other pastries, I won't mess with that because I like cookies. Chocolate chip cookies. Couple days, like I mentioned in another video, a few days ago, one of my kids made sugar cookies. I had two, and that was it. Um, so I'm not against cake and cookies. I'm just more about moderation because I'm trying to slim down, and I know I have a sweet tooth, even though as of late it hasn't been dominant. It hasn't been present really. The erythritol for me works best. The fruit smoothies that I make, fruit and vegetables. I have a previous video where I speak about my diet, and I mention what goes into that: kale, watercress, unsalted butter, like whole milk, water kefir, milk kefir, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and occasionally I'll add some other fruits: cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, some other fruits like tamarind, soursop pulp, and passion fruit pulp, and acai, whatever is available at the time. Sometimes I'll throw avocado in there. But that's, and also add extra virgin olive oil. So that's where I get most of my carbs from. And because water kefir is made from sugar water, and the grains are in there, and I make my own water kefir, so I don't kill the probiotics that the grains that eats the sugar and releases probiotics into the water, the sugar water solution. I make my own, so it's not store bought where it's, they heat it up and kill all the probiotics and then sell you sugar water basically with very little probiotics in it. That's why I make my own. And I am willing to accept the bad, being the sugar part, with the good, because I think the probiotics outweigh the fact that it has sugar water, it's made from sugar water. And so far I haven't had any adverse effects after cutting out most of the junks like pizzas and all that stuff. But because I make these smoothies and my kids drink it, and it has to be palatable to them as well, even though the fruits make it sweet. So sometimes it's not sweet enough. I mean, I get a bad batch of fruits. I can mix up the erythritol in warm water and add that, have it dissolve and then add it to my smoothies, and then everybody can enjoy it. I know they gain some nutrients. I definitely benefit from it, and of course I have to be aware that I might, not always, but I might have the runs with the erythritol in the in the vegetable juice. Because it is diuretic in nature. If for some reason it doesn't really interact with the stomach or anything like that, so it just passes through the body. I'm not against insulin, but from the carbohydrates in my fruits and vegetables that I drink in the fruit smoothies, the insulin is there to manage that. And based on my studies and whatnot, and from a little bit of experience, we do need the carbohydrates in the muscles for the muscles to grow if you're into bodybuilding and things like that. For my athletes, they're mainly more about cutting weight, so I have them stay away from carbs. They do have the fruits and stuff, so they do get some carbs from that. So they basically eat how I'm eating right now, but for them it's short term, just to make weight and still have the physical strength and energy to fight 3-4 rounds amateur boxing, and that has been working for them. And I try to keep them disciplined to keep their diet throughout the year kind of strict, but they're teenagers and they're young men and women in their early 20s, so they're not gonna do that. They're gonna go back to eating junk after a fight, after a tournament or whatever. But I follow the diet now more strictly, because I feel great, but the sugar alcohol is to me a crutch. It allows me to enjoy something sweet when I need to. You guys, if erythritol isn't for you, there are lots of them out there. Go out there, do the research, see the description, see what works, what might work best for you. Buy a little batch, try it out. For me, I didn't buy a little batch, I just buy a big bag of sugar alcohol, and because the kids don't use it, they don't waste it. So I am the only one using it, and I add it to my smoothies. I add it to my teas, and because it's not as sweet as sugar, and they love sweet, so they won't touch it. So that's a benefit to me. Hopefully you'll like this video, subscribe, ask questions. But for me, erythritol is the best sugar alcohol. It tastes like real sugar. It doesn't evaporate. I haven't made cakes or cookies with it. Like I've bought some in the past and I made cookies and the stuff tastes real dry. So since I'm not making cakes and cookies anymore, I can't really speak on if you can use it to bake. But if one of you guys out there, you're more adventurous than I am, and you're still at that stage where you still need to bake and stuff, try using try using erythritol in your cookies and cakes and pies and whatever you're making, and put it in the comment section down below so I can see the results. Y'all have a good day.